Cafe Versailles, in the heart of Miami's Little Havana, may not be the heartbeat for the Cuban-American movement in the U.S., but it is arguably its soul.
Oh, I've been coming here since I was 5 years old.
For nearly 50 years, Cuban exiles have gathered here on Calle Ocho, or 8th Street.
People come here to talk politics and try to resolve the problems in the world.
They watched nearly 2 years ago when then U.S. President Barack Obama pursued and secured a thaw in relations with its longtime nemesis, Cuba and the Castro government. Many Cuban exiles needed convincing. Some were persuaded. Ramon Sanchez, head of the Cuban-American Democracy Movement, explains his change in attitude.
The former policy did not work, obviously. It did not attain what it was supposed to, which was openness and democracy for the Cuban people. President Obama attempted to change that.
Early reports from Washington indicate U.S. President Donald Trump is vowing to keep his campaign pledge to anti-Castro hardliners in South Florida. Trump could undo 2 years of progress in normalizing relations. Slamming the brakes on US-Cuba business deals and once again strictly limiting U.S. travel to the country. Even family visits in Cuba from U.S. relatives could be in jeopardy. Guadalupe Glass says she worked in the Cuban sugarcane fields in the late 1960s to save enough money to flee the country for South Florida.
It was very sad because we didn't have no friends and we didn't have anybody here, so it's rough.
Now she thinks Trump would be making a big mistake by tightening U.S. restrictions on the island nation.
Even that I didn't like in the beginning, I think it's better to have relations because at least the poor people that is there, they can get a little more now from us, from the family.
From all indications, U.S. President Trump wants to punish the Cuban government with a proposed rollback. But in talking to many Cuban Americans, many who had been hardliners in the past, they believe in the end it is going to be the poorest of people in Cuba that feel this sting the most. Callebs, CGTN in Miami.